Welcome back to DreSkalez Review City. We fresh out the movie theater watching Wakanda Forever. A lot that happened in this movie, man. I think it's so far one of the best, probably the best Marvel movie that came out in 2022.
Best Marvel movie ever.
Ever?
Ever.
Man, let's jump right into this review.
Get into it, y'all. My mind is still completely blown by how good this movie is, man. I've read a couple critics, a couple reviews, man. I think they kind of went overboard in what they reviewed, but man, this movie is, to me, the best Marvel movie ever. Yeah. It sticks to its plot. It follows through, man. Even though it's super long. Is it the longest Marvel movie?
I don't know if it's the longest. It's 2 hours and 41 minutes.
Yeah. From some I've been hearing, it's the longest Marvel movie. Everything in the movie.
Well, Endgame was the longest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's up there. It's up there. It's one of the longest movies. But everything in this movie needed to be put in this movie so you can get the whole depth of the movie, the feel, the story, the emotion, the roller coaster. This movie is going to take you on a roller coaster of some ups and downs, and it goes to some very low moments, but it has some very high moments throughout the movie. As far as like when it gets to the end, it leaves you on this arc for new characters. Like it ushered in a couple new characters, but then this movie also tries to show you where these characters are going to end up going for the next movie to come.
Yeah. I mean, my thoughts on the movie, like everybody who's following me on Facebook, who I'm friends with on Facebook, or in real life, no, I was not with Shuri becoming Black Panther so soon. I know in the comics she temporarily becomes Black Panther after T'Challa is unconscious.
Yeah.
And then after he gains consciousness, he allows her to continue to be Black Panther for a little while longer. I thought it was too soon for her to become Black Panther, but this movie has so much to accomplish. They had to close out Phase 4. They had to push forward these existing characters that's in Wakanda, that's in their world already, the supporting characters from the last movie. They had to introduce new characters, and they had to have this movie be sort of like a tribute to Chadwick Boseman. So they had a lot to accomplish, and this movie could have became very, very messy. In the wrong hands, this movie would have been a disaster. Yeah. But I gotta give it credit where credit is due. Honor where honor is due. The people, the writers, the executive producers, the director, even the actors, they made this movie work. And this movie, when I say it's the best movie of the MCU recently, we got Trash Thor 4, we got OK Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which is good, but I think my expectation was too high. We got that trash, waste of money She-Hulk. We got a lot of stuff this year, and this it's just so refreshing to see Black Marvel, this movie, take itself seriously without all the extra woke, drenched in wokeness, bro. I mean,
pushy gospel.
Yeah, man, this movie. Shout out to every character, every actor in this movie, everybody that played a part in this movie. 10 out of 10. Yeah. Great job for them.
Oh yeah, I gotta give the characters a 10 out of 10. Like you said, back on that point of when R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman, when he passed away, the focus of it was who was gonna take up on the next mantle and become the Black Panther.
Taking up the mantle.
And obviously it was Letitia Wright, like you said, back reference to the comic books where she temporarily took over. And a lot of people were like, no, don't do it. After watching this movie, she did an amazing job, man. She took on a mantle with no fear. I didn't see no fear in her, man. She took on a mantle.
Very confident.
Carried this movie, man. She carried this movie with help from other people. But when she was left alone, you could clearly see it was her movie, man.
Man, the acting from Angela too, man. It was, oh my gosh. Also, Denai Guerrero, who plays Okoye. She did amazing. I watched it from The Walking Dead. That's why I know her.
Yeah.
From. Her acting in The Walking Dead was A1 and on point. And in this movie, she just took it up to the next level, bro. Man. The emotion she showed.
The emotions from every character.
Every character.
You can really feel it in this movie, man.
Even Michael B. Jordan, bro. Like, man. You can even the little scene that he had too, it's just like, man, I see why I hated you in the first movie, bro. You brought that energy, that negative energy.
You hated him, but love him, man. Yeah. Like
we gotta talk about Namor, bro. Namor was the best. He was a great.
Yeah, his native name is Akua Khan.
They called him Kukul Khan.
And then it's Namor, which
we
was
say
given
Namor,
to him.
bro.
Yeah.
My enemies call me Namor.
Which was given to him by the colonizers when he came back as a kid, which means a child without love.
But just his
And that's what
acting,
his
bro, and
enemies
his
call
character.
him. Yes, man.
It's like he was one of the. Honestly, everybody was like, what's his name? That was the villain of Thor 4. The God Killer, Gore.
Oh, Gore.
It was like he's supposed to be, which he could have been, but they cut out a lot of the scenes.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
But this, they gave him the time,
Yes.
the backstory, everything put to make his villain.
Enough emphasis on him, man.
Yeah, bro.
That's why this movie was so long, man.
He was the best, exactly, because they gave him enough
needed
time.
that.
He needed it.
That's what I'm saying.
And
you needed that, man.
His character was probably the best villain since Endgame.
Oh,
Thor.
of course.
I mean, Thanos.
Of course.
Best since Thanos.
Because if you flip this movie around and if you focus only on Namor and his people, he's the hero. He's the hero to his people.
Yeah.
And everyone else is the villain. That's why you sympathize with him and that's why you stand behind him, because all he's doing is trying to protect his people.
Yeah, but that's the thing. When you watch, like, it's just like wrestling. We know it's a movie or we know it's acting, we know it's entertainment, but they're supposed to bring out certain emotions and feels from you.
Draw
and
you
this
in.
dude,
That's how you get connected.
Yeah, that's how you get connected.
Yeah.
And this villain, Namor, he's an anti-hero actually, but
Anti-hero.
He made me want-
sometimes villain, because depending on how you look at him,
How you
and
look at
sometimes a hero because he's a hero to his people.
but he made me want to kill him. I looked when I was watching the movie, Willie was to my left. I was like, bro, I want to kill this dude. Bro. Without hesitation. I'm not resting till I get my vengeance on him and all his people if they stand in my way. Like, we finna get this herb and I'm coming after him, bro.
Nigga, you killed my mama, boy.
Bro. And you attacked my Wakanda and you killed all these people. It's little kids out there.
You came up to my doorstep, bro.
And he ain't knocked, he kicked it down.
Flooded my city, bro.
Drowned kids, bro. No,
you killed a whole
You
bunch
wanna
of people,
cause
man.
war?
You showed force. We wasn't even ready for you. And then you punched my boy Winston Duke, M'Baku.
Right,
I mean,
bro.
you knocked the wind out of him.
And we still fresh out of it's been a year later, but we're still kind of trying to heal from Chadwick Boseman with T'Challa's death.
And then the cherry on top, bro. You come to where my mama at
And kill her.
and you kill my mama.
Bro.
You gotta see me to the end of the earth, bro. You
Ain't no rest.
You gotta see me to the heat depth of the universe. I'm talking about to the end, bro.
Ain't no rest. Ain't no forgiveness.
Well, I'm trying. You better sleep with one eye open, bro. You better make sure you got somebody watching your back. Yeah. In the contents of if I was
In this movie.
in this movie, you know. But shout out to the actor, man.
Oh yeah, man. But that's what the
Wonderful
point is.
job.
You as a villain, as an anti, you want to bring that emotion out of the people, but at the same time, what Letitia was feeling or Sherry was feeling, she was feeling how we was feeling at that point, and that's why she saw Michael B. Jordan when she took to her, instead of
because it was
the ancestors,
vintage,
because that's how she was. We was able to connect.
Yeah,
that's how movies supposed to do it, bro. Like she didn't care about his world, his people no more. She just wanted to kill him, and I felt the same way. Yeah, but that's
because she called her to her mom, right? When
she thought it was her mom
before the reveal, and come out as Michael B. Jordan, and he like, "What up, little cuz?"
You're right.
You just like, oh, you know where this is going. You knew her intent because you knew what Michael B. Jordan stood for. It was a parallel to Namor, and what his feeling was for his people. He was like, we need to attack them before they attacked us, because sooner or later it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. He's been around since the 1500s, so he's seen when the first Spanish conquistadors came. Well, he didn't see it, but his mom seen it, and the stories was passed on to him. Mm-hmm. He didn't see it till he was a child. When he came back and he saw his people
in chains,
chain, enslaved by these people. So he didn't have no love for you all, man. Like look what you did to his people. So
It was parallels. To
Yeah,
Michael B.
yeah,
Jordan.
yeah. So it was
going
parallels, and that's why he was like, hey, let's team up with Wakanda. Because first he wanted to go to war with them, but then he realized how strong they was, and he was like, you know what? Fighting them will probably mean the end for both of us. Let's team up. Let's come together and let's take them on. So we still have Namor in the aspects of like this anti-hero, almost like a villain. And I'm glad they still kept that. It wasn't no true resolve to his character. Like it wasn't like a flip of the switch. Like how you get in a lot of other movies is, for instance,
turn babyface.
Yeah. For instance, in Thor: Love and Thunder, when you brought it up, like Gore at the end. All at the end, he's went on this epic rampage of
killing all these gods,
many gods, and suffering, and almost about to kill children. I mean, he literally went to the center of the universe to find a being, and all of a sudden he has this.
His whole point was to get to that moment, and then he changed his mind.
Yeah, changed his mind. Yeah. So. Like I said, another shout out to this movie. Another shout out to Ryan Coogler and Joe Robert Cole. Like they both get writing credits and screenplay and story by both of these guys.
Yeah, man.
Wonderful job, man.
Oh yeah, the CGI too. The CGI in this world. So somebody made a point. I'm not gonna say who it was on Facebook. They said the CGI was terrible. Yeah. It was drawn out. It was long. First off, I never got bored one time in this movie. I never got sleepy. As a matter of fact, I was getting upset because I had to go to the bathroom twice. I made my way. I hurried and made my way back. Every scene in this movie, the whole 2 hours and 41 minutes was worth everything. All of it needed to be in there. You needed. There was no scene in it that needed to be taken out. So I don't know why people saying it was drawn out, that it was long. The CGI was not bad to me at all whatsoever.
We get to the end of the movie. We get Riri. We get Riri. She finally goes back to MIT because she has finals.
Was it Chicago, right?
Yeah, Chicago. Well, she tried to invite her to Chicago, but MIT is in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Oh
yeah, you were.
Yeah. So we get Lupita, who meets with Shuri, or Nikita. She meets with Shuri, and finally she has this moment to self-reflect. Finally, she has this moment to finally grieve throughout the whole movie.
She burns her funeral garments.
Yeah, which was her final stage of letting go. And then we get this whole tribute to Chadwick Boseman at the end.
Silent too, and I think the silence when you have a lot of silence like that. Nobody was talking, and nothing was playing. Yeah, it's just her thinking and seeing images of her and her brother. And I think silence like that can still speak volumes.
Yeah, and even though like you have this dynamic between it being a fictional character and a real person, and you seen the real emotion behind her losing.
Because they were still close in real life. So you got these
still very close in real life.
Yeah, fiction and nonfiction, and she just bringing it together.
Yeah, and it was genuine. It was so genuine. So you felt that real emotion.
And I also said that she didn't get a chance to go to his actual funeral because she was overseas.
Yeah.
She's not from here.
And plus the whole thing with her being not vaccinated and all that shit.
Yeah, and as far as the COVID, she couldn't get over here, so she didn't. I saw that movie, that funeral, as in my mind her actual funeral for him, and I saw the end scene with her burning the funeral garments as her way to actually like. I'm sure she did it in real life, but it's also like
to grieve.
Yeah, because she didn't really have time. She couldn't go to his funeral in real life. So it's just so many layers, real life layers to this movie too. So and if you don't know that, then you're gonna think it's long and drawn out. Yeah, and it's bad CGI and all that stuff. This movie was really good.
Focus on other things. So overall, the overall arch in this movie was the story was so well put, in my opinion. People can say it was drawn out. Like, no, I think everything needed to be exactly how it was for you to really get emotionally invested in this movie and to pay attention to this movie. So my rating for this movie overall is like a 9.4 out of 10.
9.4 out of 10.
It's damn near perfect, man. It was a couple little details, but other than that, man.
For me, like I said, the real life situations and how things took place in real life being incorporated into this movie. Like I said, her not being able to go to the funeral in real life and the funeral in the show. I mean, the movie. like a lot of stuff actually came together and just synced together right in.
Yeah.
I also said this movie had a lot to accomplish. It had to close out Phase 4. It had to deal with Chadwick Boseman / T'Challa's death. It also had to push forward the supporting cast and the new characters and make them the new and main characters.
Yeah.
And it also had to introduce new characters.
Yeah.
So I would, for them having to deal with all that together and hitting everything right, nailing it, and it's not being messy, I'm gonna give this movie off of that. And the story, the plot, the character, the action, all the CGI, everything was good. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. And not only that, it's a 10 out of 10. The post credit scene, it brings in Nikita comes out and say, "Hey, this is T'Challa's son.
Yeah.
This is your auntie."
So
that was the icing on the top. That was the cherry on top for me,
so
man.
Usher in the new Black Panther.
Yeah, man. It was
So
cherry
for him,
on
it's
top.
a perfect,
man. Flawless victory, man.
flawless victory.
But yeah, man. That's all I read, man. I'm very. This is enjoyable.
All right, y'all. That's it for our review, spoiler review, and what we thought about the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Let us know what y'all thought about it, man. Black Panther's now in theaters. Go out, go see this movie.
If you like this video that much, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We got a lot more content like this coming your way, and we want you guys to stay in the loop. So, y'all be blessed. Thank you for watching. Peace.